This simple description will definitely change your life. Therefore, please listen to me carefully. I'm not going to write only the syllabus. I'm not going to give you the descriptions of the paper, but I'm going to give you a study plan for your next 2 years. Therefore, this is very important. Listen to me carefully. First of all, let me write the syllabus. First of all, let me write the syllabus. The first lesson of the syllabus is units, dimensions and measuring instruments. The second lesson of the syllabus, mechanics. Right? There are many lessons in the syllabus. You should not give the equal priority, equal time durations, or you should not do equal number of questions for all the lessons. I'm going to explain the weight of each lesson. The third lesson is oscillations and waves. Oscillations and waves. Right? The oscillations and waves lesson is a combination of three major sections. They are simple harmonic motion, mechanical waves, and ray optics. Ray optics. But this ray optics, but this lesson, ray optics lesson, normally students name this lesson as a light lesson. The mechanical waves lesson, normally students call this as sound waves lesson. But we'll not only learn about sound, but majority of the things in this lesson is sound. And similarly, majority of this lesson is light. The fourth lesson of the syllabus is thermal physics. Thermal physics, which is normally said to be heat lesson. Right? The fifth lesson of the syllabus is current electricity. Current electricity. Right? Now, the thing is, let me explain this lesson. I'll write the other lessons. Yes, why not? But before that, if you consider simple harmonic motion, most of the time only one MCQ is given. In many of, if you consider physics past papers, in most of the past papers, only a single MCQ is given from simple harmonic motion lesson. So one MCQ means only 1 mark. One MCQ means 1 mark. So therefore, if you try to solve more hundreds of questions, if you try to answer hundreds of questions for simple harmonic motion, if you use 2-3 months to learn this simple harmonic motion, you are wasting your time. This is just a 1 mark lesson. Therefore, no need to work too much for this lesson. But if you consider these two lessons, if you consider waves, mechanical waves, sound, ray optics, mechanical waves, you get one essay question, 7.5 marks out of 100. One structured essay question, 5 marks out of 100, and about 10 MCQs. So 10 MCQs, 10 marks, one essay, 7.5, 17.5, and one structured essay mean another 5 marks. So it means there will be more than 20 marks for these lessons out of 100. So therefore, you should give more weight for mechanical waves and ray optics. Okay. Similarly, for current electricity lesson, there will be about 15 to 20 marks out of 100. That's the case. Even for the heat lesson, there will be again in between 15 and 20 marks. So if you wish to have A4 physics, you should give more time for these lessons. It means you must answer more questions, you should solve more problems from these lessons. Then some students wants to have island ranks, district ranks. So if you are looking for a district rank or an island rank, Then you should give more time for lessons number 6, 7, 8. They are said to be fields lesson. Fields lesson. First one is gravitation field. Second one, electric fields. Third one, electromagnetism, simply said to be magnetic fields. Magnetic fields. So in fields lesson, they will give you one essay question. It means 7.5 marks out of 100. I'm always giving the marks out of 100, out of 100. So one essay question means 7.5 marks, and there will be 10 MCQs. It means 10 marks. So it means one essay 7.5, 10 MCQs, 10 marks. So it means from these lessons you can obtain about 17.5 marks out of 100. In some years, from these 3 lessons you can earn about 20 marks. Check the past papers. Therefore, for an A pass, you want 75 marks out of 100. So let's take this 20 and I'm going to count the minimum. I'm not going to take the maximum marks that can be earned from a lesson. I'm going to take the minimum amount of marks. So 20 plus 15, 35. 35 plus 15, 50. 50 plus, if I take here 50, 17.5, 67.5. It means if you learn only 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lessons, you have B for physics. You have B for physics. Then how to convert B to A? B to A conversion. Then you should go for lesson number 9, which is said to be electronic lesson. Electronics. From electronics lesson, there will be one essay and about 1 or 2 MCQs. I'm not interested in MCQs. They are very easy. Easiest MCQs are given from electronics lesson. Here I'm much more interested in the essay question given from this lesson. One essay means 7.5 marks out of 100. Then the next interesting lesson, the next important lesson is lesson number 10, that is mechanical properties of matter. What is this lesson here? Mechanical properties of matter. This is again a combination of 3 lessons. They are elasticity, viscosity and surface tension. What are the 3 lessons that you learned under mechanical properties of matter here? Elasticity, viscosity, surface tension. Here, from these lessons, again, they will give you one essay question. One essay question from any of the 3 lessons. Any of the 3 lessons, right? So, if you know the lesson number 10, then you can answer for this one essay question. So, one essay means 7.5 marks. 7.5 marks. The last thing, my favorite lesson, and it is the only lesson with Einstein's explanations. The most interesting lesson, the most valuable lesson, and hard to explain. If you will be delighted, you will start love physics, you will start to learn how to think according to physics. That is Einstein's explanations. The lesson with the Einstein's explanations, that is matter and radiation. Matter and radiation. So here, my favorite, and most of the students, they select their first essay question as the matter and radiation question. Most of the students come into my classes, they answer matter and radiation question as their first question, and electronic as their second question, and fields as the third question, and lesson number 10 or lesson number 3 selected as their fourth essay question. Unfortunately, you can't answer all the 8 questions given in the essay paper. You can answer only 4. What are the best 4 essay questions here? Matter and radiation, electronics, fields. Then you have to select mechanical properties of matter or oscillation wave for the 4th essay question, right? So Then one essay from matter and radiation mean, again, one essay, I forgot to write it. One essay from matter and radiation means 7.5 marks. Got it, dear? Now let's let's add our marks. So let's say you learn third lesson very well, then you get 20 marks from the third lesson, right? Then 17.5 marks from the fields lesson, let's say 17, forget about the 0.5, and electronic lesson, let's say 7.5, electronics 7.5, matter and radiation another 7.5, right? What are these equations that I said? Matter and radiation, electronics, fields, and oscillation and waves, right? So if you add these, what will be the total marks, dear? 5 plus 5, 10, 15, 1 remaining, 0 plus 1, 1, 7, this is 21 with the remaining one, 22, 3 plus 1 with 2, 5. So can you understand here? So the majority, the total, the weight of the physics, the more marks physics is given from these lessons, right? So therefore, when you learn physics, you should give more attention, more time for oscillation and waves, thermal physics, current electricity, then fields lesson, electronics, mechanical properties of matter and radiation. Then how to get the, we want another 20 marks, 22.5 marks for the A4 physics. Thermal physics, there will be 5 MCQs. Current electricity, there will be 5 MCQs, right? And fields and I have already taken from these lessons, lesson number 9, 10, 11. From these lessons, again, there will be about 10 marks. So what is it, dear? If you add them, this is 20. So almost you have A4 physics from these lessons. Okay, dear? So therefore, when you learn, and for example, if you consider what the units and dimensions lesson, what will happen, dear? In units and dimension lesson, there will only be one MCQ. Only one MCQ means 1 mark. Therefore, you should not waste your time by doing unnecessary number of questions for the units and dimensions. Mechanics is nothing, it's a dustbin lesson, because you have learned a lot of mechanics during your O-levels. In O-level science, under O-level science, you have learned almost everything of mechanics. Therefore, it's not necessary to learn mechanics lesson again in advanced level physics, because you have already learned mechanics very well under O-level science. You know that lesson very well, but we will teach, but it is not an very important lesson, and it will be very easy for you. This lesson will be very easy because you have already learned. Therefore, my advice, the study plan is this: quickly complete 1 and 2 lessons. Quickly complete 1 and 2 lessons. Within about 6 months, within about 4 to 6 months, try to complete this. Then you have another 1.5 years to learn the other lessons. But I have seen many of the students, they learn these mechanics lesson. Some students, they learn 1.5 years. This is a disaster. This is a disaster. So quickly complete first 2 lessons and try to focus, give more time for these important lessons. So that's the first point you should understand. What's the first point here? There are 11 lessons in the syllabus. All the lessons are not equal. Among the 11 lessons, you have already learned mechanics. Therefore, it is useless to learn mechanics again by using a lot of time, because you have already learned it in under O-level science. The second thing is, third point is, units, dimensions, measuring instruments, simple harmonic motion, even this gravitation field, they are very smaller lessons. Therefore, you should learn them quickly. You should finish them quickly. No need to do a lot of questions for smaller lessons. What are the smaller lessons here? Units, dimensions, measuring instruments, simple harmonic motion, gravitation field. They are very small lessons. Therefore, you can quickly cover. So my advice is complete the first two lessons, simple harmonic motion, gravitational field, as quickly as possible. Then use more time to learn the electronics, electric field, magnetic field, matter and radiation, mechanical properties of matter, ray optics, mechanical waves, thermal physics, current, electricity. Then only you can have A for physics. So I think this advice will help full for you. Within few minutes, I try to give you a correct idea of the physics paper, the syllabus, how to plan your studies, and I would like to meet you again with a similar video with more advices. Right? Good luck.